WeatherScope.
Well, if the old saying, misery loves company, is true, Dave, then much of California and the Northeast have something in common tonight.
So true.
Absolutely miserable weather. Good evening and welcome to this edition of WeatherScope. I'm Kim Perez.
And I'm Dave Schwartz. Rain-soaked California. We're miserable.
Yeah.
We've been staggering after being hit with another storm, and in the Northeast, we plan on a messy morning commute. A cold rain has been shrouding the New York City skyline tonight. Temperature is about 40, but with that wind blowing, that wind chill down in the teens. It is a wet night, good night to take a cab. Forget the umbrella. Look at this. Inside out, boom, gone. There's another $4.99, huh? But we've probably gone through several umbrellas here in the Northeast. There have been numerous nor'easters come up the coast with those strong northeast winds they generate ahead of them. That's how they get the name, nor'easter. Not from the direction in which they're moving, but from the persistent northeast winds to the north side of these things. Now, usually, that northeast wind, in many cases, will keep the cold air inflow coming down from Canada, like this. But in this case, the air in place just hasn't been all that cold. So up in the mountains, in interior sections of PA and now into southern New York, West Virginia, even down into North Carolina, snow advisory is in effect. But along the coast, it's just the wind, and as you can see, or maybe not from your chair, but winds are gusting 35 miles an hour here at Atlantic City, 39 miles per hour at JFK in New York City, and now the rain has just begun in Boston, where the wind is gusting to 28 miles per hour. So there is our nor'easter, that area of low pressure. The winds, the green indicates rain, and in interior sections, snow. And there has been plenty of it. Reports of anywhere from about 3 inches at State College, Pennsylvania, to 11 inches in Cambria County, south of State College, I do believe. And we've had 5 or 6 inches back here in Garrett County, Maryland. Even a snow advisory in effect as far south as North Carolina. Mount Mitchell picked up a foot of new snow. Now, this is the same storm that blew through Florida yesterday. This would be the cold front, and these would be the thunderstorms that were here. I'm glad to say that it's a quiet night tonight. Drier air is moving in, but the storm has headed north, and the moisture is being wrapped around, right around into, I'll say, the nation's capital. It's been raining all night. Temperature in the upper 30s. No picnic getting around on Glebe Road or on Wisconsin Avenue headed toward Bethesda out of the district. Baltimore with some rain up to Havre de Grace. Philadelphia looks like a break in the action, but there's more rain moving on shore here right up the Atlantic City Expressway toward the Philadelphia area. Up here, this is a little bit of sleet perhaps mixing in up around Scranton. We've got reports of snow and sleet and rain. Allentown with just rain, heavier snow as you head west on Interstate 80. New York City, all rain. Hartford, Poughkeepsie, all rain. Providence, rain. Hartford, rain with a little sleet mixed in, but it's just wet out there on the roads. And here in Boston, we've got rain. So one storm is moving up the East Coast. Another one is moving down the West Coast. Kim has that story.
Thanks, Dave. Well, in California, you've had your share of weather problems again today, with another storm delivering more rain and heavy mountain snow. Well, you're putting on the tire chains in the high Sierras. This is Nevada County, California, on Interstate 80, west of Reno. Truckers needed extra traction after heavy snow blanketed the area. In Southern California, it is mud rather than snow that is clogging some roads. This is the Malibu area where heavy equipment was being used to clear mud and debris. More rain has been falling on saturated hillsides, threatening many homes. Well, I wish I could say it's all over, but it is not over yet. The front is through, that's true. But typically on the west, after a front goes through, it doesn't typically mean the rain is over with. Off to the west, we notice a low with a trough and some precipitation with this. That's an upper level disturbance also that will be helping to produce some rain later on tonight. We're seeing some snow in Nevada, the Sierra, Southern Sierra, and also the San Gabriel and Tehachapi Mountains. Seeing heavy snow tonight. Earlier with reports, Mount Wilson of 8 inches of rainfall earlier today. Now the front has gone through. Snow levels will be dropping tonight about 5,000 feet or so. We could expect some heavy snow, and we have been seeing that this evening. Folks in Burbank had close to almost 4 inches of rain today. So tremendous amounts of rain, big problems. The PCH in Orange County, some areas of it is closed tonight. So you might want to just try to stay indoors tonight. Wait till this is all over with. We should see better weather tomorrow afternoon. But with this upper level disturbance moving eastward, that could mean a few thunderstorms, and some of them could be severe. We'll be keeping an eye on that for you tonight. And the reason is we have moisture still in place. Temperatures have not dropped, and usually they don't after a Pacific front comes through. And then we have that cold air in the mid and upper levels coming up over the top of that, and that's an unstable environment. And that's why we think that threat of maybe some small hail and maybe even some gusty winds could be a problem tonight. But for right now, the big problem is the heavy rainfall. It's still moving over the same area. Looks like at least western Los Angeles County looking a little bit better here. But folks in San Diego, get ready because that heavy rain is slowly inching its way southward. We already have flash flood watches in effect for many areas tonight, and big flooding problems in Los Angeles County, also in Orange County. Now the snow, again, the southern mountains getting heavy snow this time around, plus the Wasatch looking at some heavy snowfall too. Now I do have a little bit of good news in that this is the last of it, at least for a little while. So definitely some good news for you folks. You'll get a chance to dry out a little bit. But with more on the forecast, here's Dave.
I'll tell you what, Kim, the best thing I like about this satellite picture is that. There. If we could just do away with these Pacific storms by just covering them up, wouldn't that be great? And now that would be a service the Weather Channel could be proud of. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen, at least not in the short term. But things are looking up for you, especially in central and southern California, after this current storm is through. Now here in the Northeast, we've got a slow mover. So you're going to stay under the clouds. It's just begun to rain in Boston. It'll be raining on your head for rush hour in Newton and up to Cape Ann and southward down on Plymouth and on the Cape, back to Stoughton and Wrentham and all the way down to Washington, D.C. But in Washington, we expect that, well, there may even be a few breaks in the clouds by afternoon rush hour. But in the morning, some drizzle, light rain, Washington, still some rain up here, Philadelphia and northward, with the snow in interior sections way back. Atlanta, sunshine from dawn to dusk. The cleanup continues here around Daytona Beach from tornadoes. Dallas, a beautiful day starting off at 45. And don't be confused by the green here in Chicago. After a morning shower, it looks great. Minneapolis, same story. Here's our second trouble area right here in the southwest. That's from that, that area of low pressure with a little kicker in behind it. Could bring some heavy rain into San Diego and then eventually to Phoenix by Tuesday afternoon.
And there could be some flooding problems there.
I'm Paul Emick, and it's Pacific Update time here at the Weather Channel. Let's talk first of all about a flash flood warning in effect until 3 a.m. Pacific time in southwest California for Inland Empire, of western Riverside County. In addition, a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 11:15 Pacific Standard Time. Again, 11:15 Pacific Standard Time. Western San Diego County, a severe thunderstorm warning. We have a Doppler-indicated severe thunderstorm that is going on there. The Doppler radar getting a good look at it, extending from Del Mar to La Jolla to Mission Beach in coastal San Diego County. Moving northeast at 25 miles an hour, indicating that large hail and damaging winds greater than 55 miles per hour are likely with this storm. So again, that is western San Diego County with the severe thunderstorm warning. Look at that. We can see why. If you look along southern parts of California there, you can see that what is rotating inland, a lot of cloudiness. We've been dealing with the front that has been pushing ashore, and just ahead of this front, that's where some of the wilder, wetter weather has been. In addition, right here, another little circulation. See that low pressure thing there? Low pressure, one of the indicia we look for on the satellite picture is the counterclockwise motion. That is a batch of cold air coming in the upper low that could really add some punch to the storminess here. We have to have lift, moisture, and instability. This cold air aloft aids the instability part of that equation, and that's what's kicking off the storms. It's fairly showery in northern parts of California, not that big of a deal. I mean, it's still a big deal, any rain, but not as widespread. I guess that's the better way to put it. Around Redding, it's still too wet. Around Mount Shasta, some snow off and on, even some snow in parts of Nevada. Southern California is getting the brunt of it while it's kind of showery around San Francisco. Plenty of snow, too much of it around Blue Canyon, way too much. Okay, the stormiest weather now, you can spot it here, can't you? Santa Barbara, dry. L.A., very stormy. And as we get on down towards San Diego, Imperial Beach, elsewhere, it's going to be quite a storm here. And again, a severe thunderstorm warning for western San Diego County is in effect now. Seek shelter. We're talking about a stormy situation that could be potentially very damaging to people or property. Stay tuned. We'll keep you on top of that here at the Weather Channel. How do we do for the day? In San Diego, 61, 56 for San Francisco. That was the high around the bay and around Sausalito today. Better weather on the way. May take a while, but we'll get it there. We'll get it there. All right, 55 for Portland. That was the high. And Denver, around Aurora, not mile-high warmth, but 52. That's okay. How are we faring now? 36, 38 for Salt Lake City, 49 for the Bay, 63 for Phoenix. But we've got those rumbles in San Diego. Guess where they're moving? Yeah, they're moving toward Phoenix, around Glendale, Mesa, Tempe. This could be a wet and stormy day that lies ahead. Temperatures now 35 to Quileute, Yakima at 34. In the 40s there, 46 for Sacramento, 48 for Marysville, 50 for the Civic Center, 53 for Long Beach, San Diego in the 50s also. Nothing reported as far as quakes go for Southern California. Into northern and central California, 10 miles southwest of Gilroy, a 2.9, and 40 miles northeast of Bishop, California, a 3.0 magnitude quake. Nothing for the Pacific Northwest, for Washington or Oregon, and nothing reported for Alaska. Let's have a quick look at the forecast. Here comes more messes. Literally, here comes wet weather again. Here's the front of shore. Ahead of this lifter, that's where some of the bigger storms are taking place. Behind it, cold area of upper level low pressure sliding in. Again, that's part of the punch for the morning. San Francisco, our commute's not that bad. You get toward L.A., towards San Diego, a little problematic. Now, we'll start off okay for Phoenix, and then it goes downhill. Things moving in here with some wilder wet weather. Plenty of snow, too, for the higher elevations. Let's look at some specifics here. For the morning, showery around the Civic Center, Long Beach, even San Diego, around National City, too. In the desert here, Palm Springs, rainy. Maybe some snow for Big Bear. Could happen. Plenty of clouds a bit further north here. Latter part of the day, again, we'll move it on. May even see some sunshine break out around the zoo or anywhere along the Santa Monica Pier, perhaps. San Francisco, not a bad start. Sacramento looking pretty good, too. We'll kind of keep it pretty nice. We need a day to dry out with the problems we've seen around the last month or so. And Seattle, pretty sunny and a few clouds for the latter part of the day. Seattle around Everett and Portland and Troutdale, not a big problem. There's the current map. Wet weather and snowy stuff. Some snow, plenty of wet weather, really cranking it up here across the coast. A few showers popping here. Just a few showers. Here where we're still wrapping up that upper low, we're dragging in a bit of cool air. Some snow in the central parts of PA. Altoona State College reporting snow. Around Philly, it's been rain. Around New York City, it's been rain here too. Looking at the morning weather, we'll see rain for Boston, the city, even toward Philly. How about D.C.? Looks showery. Maybe some snowflakes for Pittsburgh. Fairly decent for Detroit, around Southfield. Atlanta, sunny. Some much-deserved sunshine in Florida, too. Dallas looking good as well. Showers for Chicago. Yeah, we could see that. West Coast. San Francisco, again, okay. The rain here, eventually kicking on toward Phoenix. Let's look at the overnight.
Guys, look what I got. Pontiac excitement goes to the limit with two great offers on two